friends, this is Shamir, and what I'm going to show you today is my April 2020 Enchanted Crystal subscription box. The way that I'm going to do mine, which is a little bit different from others that I've seen so far, is I'm not going to actually do the unboxing, but I'm going to just show you the crystals, because what I like to do when I receive my boxes is really kind of make it in a personal experience where I'm really getting to know the piece that I've received, and I'm researching each one, saging them and setting my intentions. So that's something that I like to do by myself privately, and then start using my specimens that I received. So instead of showing you all each item straight out of the box, they've already been saged and had an intention set with them. So I'm just going to show you each piece that I got, just so we can compare with others and see what I got. So this again is going to be my April 2020 box, my very first box that I received. I like to start with the free bonus items. They're fun. So as you can see here on my label, I received green aventurine, matchstick quartz, of course, right? And hematoid quartz. So here is my green aventurine piece. I'm also using my new iPhone camera for the very first time, so I might need to play with my settings a little bit to get the color and the view very good, but it looks like it's doing okay right now. So here is my green aventurine. You can see some interesting things going on in between there, kind of a light side and a dark side that's happening. Isn't it interesting? Light side and dark side. It's a very smooth polished stone, very cute. Then we had the hematoid quartz. I have two pieces of hematoid quartz. One is kind of skinny, one's kind of chunkier, and they are not really clean. So this is something I'm gonna have to look into and see if it can be cleansed with water. But we can see that the clear side, and then we can see that reddish kind of rusty color coming through. Still cute. There's a little bit of dirt up here. Still cute nonetheless. Here's the smaller piece. Has more of a twinkle shine going on with it. Okay. Put those there. And then the matchstick quartz. I have tons of it. This isn't even all of it that I received. Tons of, matchstick quartz. Trying to find a place for it here. Tons of little shards of this. And it seems like out of every box, when you get the little free bonus pack with this, I don't know what they call it. There's a crystal of the month box, and then there's this box here, a variety box, maybe that's what they call it. I don't know. But it seems like you always get the matchstick quartz when in the little pouch for the free bonus. Okay. So I also like to do it this way because I think it's kind of fun to try to remember, right, what each item is. And this is a great way to kind of quiz yourself and stay on top of what you have. Next, I'm going to show you the Tibetan quartz, and the label says that it's rare. I have 3 pieces. These pieces are kind of big. This one's a really big piece, but this one's kind of small. And she's dark. I don't know if she's dark because there's a little dirt on her. Is she dark because of whatever's going on inside of her, right? There's some black or some dark matter that's in her. So, not quite sure, but here's the bigger piece. Again, you can kind of see within, see that there's things going on inside. That's really cool. There's a little jagged here, a little cloudy and jagged where she broke off at. Okay. Third piece, very pointy. And here's a little bit of dirt. She's jagged here. It's her broken side. Still a really beautiful piece. And I love how she's been polished with that point there. It's really cool. All right, next I'm gonna go with one of the stones I think is the cutest. It's my Quebec fairy stone. Very rare is what my label down here says. And isn't this adorable? It looks like a little animal face. I thought that was so cute. Right? That side. It's the best side, I think. It just looks like a little face with 2 ears. And it has these sort of markings on it. These markings. It's not very clear, but so yeah, I think that those are really interesting too. This side doesn't have as many markings as the other side. Fairy stone, Quebec fairy stone, very rare. Okay, let's see, what else do I want to look at? I think this one's cool. And I've seen this before, but didn't know what it was. But this is Peruvian pyrite, rare. Now, I've seen pyrite in the past where it's very silver. This piece of pyrite is kind of goldish, kind of yellowish tint. Very sparkly. Again, my camera might not be doing it justice right now. Need to play with my settings a little bit. Very sparkly. There you can kind of see over here a little bit of the more golden tones that are coming through. Peruvian pyrite. So very pretty, very sparkly all over. Next we'll go with the aragonite. Just this little piece here. And she also has some sparkle to her. And she's kind of that red rusty color. And it's like a cluster of maybe hexagons. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I count this side? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So a hexagon. It looks like a cluster of hexagons all together. Now some of them don't exactly have 6 sides, like this one doesn't, and this one, it's more free-formed. But yeah, it's like a burst of little hexagon shards. Really pretty. Oop. Sorry if you see any things pop up on the screen, any notifications. It's very pretty. And let's see, which one do I want to show next? Let's go with this one. This is a piece of blue kyanite in quartz, rare. She has quite some sparkle to her. It just reminds me of like the ocean with an iceberg on top or sticking out. And it looks like a lot of layers is involved with the kyanite part. You can see that shine coming off of it there. Quartz on all sides. That's an interesting angle. Cluster of quartz there. Really cool. There. Then I have a piece, let's see, now let's do this one. You can hear it. It's my selenite wand, and it looks good now, but when I got it, it was actually more polished, and I made the mistake of, like I said, I like to cleanse these. I made the mistake of like submerging it in water, and then it wasn't until I read about it that I realized that selenite will dissolve in water. So it isn't as shiny as it was when I first received it, and it isn't as smooth. And you can see those lines that are like running through it. It kind of exposed that, but it's still a very cool piece. It still has that, you know, holographic type shine to it. And I love the sound of it when you're handling it. I love that sound. So very fun piece. I was really excited about that because I was like, oh, I wonder if I'm going to get cool pieces in my box. And in my very first box, I got a wand. Love it. And then here's my final piece. As you can see, I received a lot, and I don't know if this is typical or not, but in this one and then also in my second box, I received quite a lot of pieces. I think it's a great number of pieces that I've received. So yeah, we'll have to see if it keeps up. Here's my last piece, my amethyst cluster. Look how pretty she is. Say hello, amethyst cluster. And I don't know if you can see with her, but she has these little black like spots all in her. I don't know if you can see. I can't quite see that. I'm trying to look through the phone here, but I don't see it. But they're very prominent. So I was like, what is that? I had to research that, and I think it's supposed to be little carbon deposits that have developed as your stone or as your gem ages. So the older it gets, the more of that you might see, or maybe it's like, you know, the more exposed it is to elements or whatever. I don't know. I have to research some more, but I noticed it had a lot of little black carbon deposits all over it. But she's very shiny, very pretty. Now her underside isn't that pretty, right? Can you imagine, like she's encased in whatever, and it just looks like that. But if you only open up that rock and flip it over, and this is on the inside, right? Like that's just amazing to me. We have an amazing earth that we live on. For us to just find something like this hidden behind a plain rock. Like that. All right, everybody, that's all I have for today. Again, I'm going to make sure that I have this video up along with my May 2020 box video, and then I will try in the future to continue to record and show you all what I receive. Thanks for watching. Bye.